So, dear students, we are going to learn how deuterium is discovered in 1932 by an American chemist, Harold Urey. Okay, this is by considering the nuclear motion of the hydrogen atom, okay, or the deuterium atom. So let us study the nuclear motion. Actually, even in the hydrogen atom, we assumed that nucleus is at rest and the electron is revolving around the nucleus. But there is something wrong with that assumption. We know that actually, uh, suppose this is the nucleus and this is the electron revolving around the hydrogen atom. Actually, there is a center of mass which is very near to the nuclear mass, nuclear, nucleus. Okay. So actually, both the particles are rotating about the center of mass. That is actual motion. But as a starting point, initially we have neglected the motion of the nucleus, and we assumed that nucleus is at rest and electron is moving around the nucleus. But if you refine that idea, you have to consider the nuclear motion also, motion of the nuclear motion of the hydrogen atom. Especially in the case of deuterium, which is the isotope of hydrogen atom, this nucleus contains one proton and one neutron. So nucleus mass of the nucleus is doubled than the hydrogen atom. So in that case, in the case of a heavy nucleus, uh, uh, we cannot neglect that mass of the nucleus or the center of mass. Okay. So for that, we have to use the reduced mass concept. We know reduced mass. Suppose the mass of the nucleus is capital M and the mass of the electron is small m, then the reduced mass mu is defined as small m into capital M divided by small m plus capital M. This is the expression for reduced mass. Okay, so that again we can consider it as a single body motion with the mass mu. Okay, actually both are moving about the center of mass. Capital M is moving about the center of mass, small m is also moving about the center of mass. So it is a two body motion actually, but by with the concept of reduced mass we can consider it as a single body motion. And while you study hydrogen atom problem, uh, to solve it using Schrodinger equation, this was the first step. This two-body problem we can divide into two different motions. One is about the center of mass motion, and the one is along the radial motion. Okay. So hope you remember that reduction of a two body problem into two one body motions. Okay, that was the actually needed for solving the hydrogen atom problem, and we are mainly focusing on the radial motion of the electron, not the center of mass motion of the electron, which does not give any information about the internal characteristics of the atom. Hope you remember that idea. I have already told you that, but we didn't do that. That was a historical idea of reduction of two body problem into one body problems. Okay. So if this is the actually the reduced mass of the system, so in our expression for energy En, we have to replace the mass of the electron m by mu. Okay, so it is actually now becomes mu. It was actually m here, so mu is e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon 0 square h square into 1 by n square. So this was the expression for energy of the nth orbit. Now we have replaced that mass with mu, reduced mass. Okay. So the expression simply replace m with mu. Okay. That is idea. Let us see what happens when you consider the center of mass, or the reduced mass. Now actually from this equation you can write mu divided by small m. Okay, is equal to, let this small m comes to the left side, so mu by small m equal to m divided by m plus m. Okay, so see the right side, the denominator is bigger, numerator is smaller, so we can say that here also left side denominator is bigger compared to the numerator. Numerator is smaller. So we can write reduced mass actually less than m. Okay. Reduced mass is actually less than the mass of the electron. Okay. So as an effect of introducing this mu in this equation, we can see that the energy levels is slightly, initially this was m because m was bigger, but mu is smaller. So if you replace with the mu, you can see that the value of En will slightly decrease due to this mu. If it is m, it will be slightly bigger. So energy of the value decreases. Energy of the state, particular state, decreases. Okay. So what happens actually is, when you consider the transition and the corresponding spectra, you can see that the resultant wavelength of the radiation emitted during the transition is slightly lower than the initial wavelength. If you do not consider the reduced mass, you will get a spectral line, and if you replace with the mu, that spectral line is slightly shifted to the left side, where lower wavelength is available. Okay, so spectral line is shifted to the lower wavelength side. So let us see how it is happening. Actually, this idea leads to the discovery of deuteron, heavy hydrogen, which is the heavy hydrogen, or which is the isotope of hydrogen. So actually you can use a prime here to denote the new energy value, which is lower than the previous value, but I am not using the prime. We simply understand this En is a slightly lower value than the previous value. Okay. Now for ordinary hydrogen atom, we can write this expression En of hydrogen atom. Okay. You can write it as mu e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon 0 square h square, then 1 by n square. Sorry, there is a minus sign here because energy is bounded energy. Attraction, minus sign shows the attraction. So here you can write En of h. So here you can write mu of H. Okay, reduced mass of hydrogen atom. Yeah, same expression here. Okay, where mu H equal to this one, mu H equal to M capital M of H divided by M plus mass of hydrogen atom. Small m is the mass of the electron. That is same in all the uh, hydrogen and deuterium. So we are not putting any symbol. This is mass of the electron. So this is mass of hydrogen atom or the nucleus. This is mass of the nucleus of the hydrogen atom. Okay. So mu h is this one. Similarly, for deuterium atom, you can write En of D, deuterium. D shows deuterium equal to mu D. Okay. So here is a minus sign. Mu D e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon 0 square h square. There is a minus sign 1 by n square, where mu D equal to m into actually you can write mass of hydrogen and mass of deuterium is double the mass of hydrogen, md divided by m plus md. Okay, so you can write this is m into 2mh divided by m plus 2mh, because proton and neutron having almost the same mass. So you can write simply take twice mass of the hydrogen atom. Okay, now you divide these two equations. So let us find what is En of D divided by En of H. So minus sign cancels. Uh, everything cancels except mu D and mu H. Okay, so this will be mu D divided by mu H. Okay, so that can be written as here mu D is here, mu H is here. So you can substitute from here. So you can write mu D is this one, m into 2mh divided by m plus 2mh divided by this one. So into m plus mh divided by m into mh. Okay, I think that is clear. So cancelling this m and small m and m, also mh and mh, what remains is 2 into m plus mh divided by m plus 2mh. Okay, now you can substitute for all these values. So you will get 2 into mass of the electron. This is m is the mass of the electron, which is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilogram, plus mass of the hydrogen atom or nucleus, which is 1.67 mass of the proton into 10 to the power of minus 27 divided by mass of the electron. So 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 plus 2 into this one, 2 into 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27. Okay, so you can calculate this. You will get, you can use calculator. So you will get 1.00027. Okay, which is En of deuterium divided by energy of the deuterium, energy level of deuterium by energy level of the hydrogen atom, nth level. Say both the same energy level. same nth level energy ratio is this one. Okay, so you can write this energy, you can write h nu. Energy you can write h nu. So h nu of deuterium divided by h nu of hydrogen equal to 1.00027. So this h cancels. So nu of deuterium equal to, or this nu you can write it as c by lambda. C by lambda. So this is c cancels. So put nu equal to c by lambda, frequency equal to velocity of light by lambda. So c cancels, then you get lambda of hydrogen atom just reverses divided by lambda of deuterium equal to 1.00027. Okay, so see, from this idea, this lambda of hydrogen is known to us. Okay, it is nearly 659.3 millimeter, which is the H alpha line. Okay, so H alpha line of hydrogen atom is nearly okay. So H alpha line of hydrogen atom wavelength is lambda of H alpha line of hydrogen atom is nearly 659.3 nanometer. Okay, so what is the lambda of deuterium? So lambda of deuterium alpha line is actually 659.3 nanometer divided by 1.00027. Okay, which is nearly 659.1 nanometer. Not much difference, only a 0.2 difference. Okay, 0.2 nanometer different. So difference is only 0.2 nanometer. Okay, so you take deuterium as a sample instead of hydrogen atom, observe its spectra. Initially you have the spectra of hydrogen, ordinary hydrogen, normal hydrogen. So compare these two spectra. If you get the lambda, if the H alpha line is shifted by 0.2 nanometer, okay, it is less than initial value. Suppose your spectrum, this one 659.3 is here. Okay, it is the next deuterium spectral line is slightly shifted to the left. So this is 659.1 nanometer. Okay, so if you observe this spectral line, that means your sample has deuterium, or if both the lines are present, that means your sample has hydrogen as well as deuterium. If only this lower line is present, that means you have only deuterium. If you have only this line, that means the sample has only hydrogen atom. Okay, you are taking hydrogen atom in a discharge tube and you are producing its spectrum. Okay, by discharge. It is a discharge tube, so you can produce light from that. So that light you pass through prism or grating, so that you can see the spectrum. Okay, so this particular line is a characteristics of deuterium, 659.1 nanometer. 659.3 nanometer is the H alpha line of the hydrogen atom. Okay, which is in the Balmer region. So this is how uh, the Harold Urey discovered deuterium. Okay, and he also got Nobel Prize for that discovery of deuterium. Okay, so idea is that you cannot neglect the nuclear motion of the hydrogen atom. Okay, actually you have to consider the center of mass motion instead of nucleus at rest and the electron is moving around. You have to consider the center of mass motion, and it is very significant in the case of deuterium. Okay, you will get a lower spectral line, and that finally leads to the discovery of deuterium. Okay, I think that is very clear, the effect of nuclear motion of the hydrogen atom. Okay, thank you.